What's up, Collective fam? It's your boy Tony the Toy Rat, and I'm back with the third in a three-part series with my friend artist Brian Shearer. He's the artist for G.I. Joe and the Transformers, and today we're talking Destro. Just a quick reminder, this channel is all about the cross-section of art, meaning the comic books, and the toys and statues that are produced based on those comic books. So hopefully you appreciate the artist's point of view, because we've got a lot more interviews coming with prominent artists and new toys from our friends at Diamond Select Toys. I hope you're interested, because we're about to start talking about it. Let's do it now.
How you doing? Thanks a lot for joining me today.
Yeah, happy to do it. You hear me okay?
Yeah, it is. All right, so
We
okay,
do.
which one do you want to pop up? We are about to unbox the mighty Destro. Woo! When I watched the cartoons growing up, I liked the Cobra Commander not so much. This is got this cool Cobra on the inside here. Again, I'm not sure that that's worth keeping, but it is cool.
Oh, okay. I see where this is going. Oh, dang, he's got a Cobra Bat helmet down here too.
Let's see. I thought, does it come in two pieces? No, yeah, it does come in two pieces. I got to add my piece to the.
Who is this?
All right, let's pull that off. All right, that's pretty cool looking.
Oh, same designers as last time.
Pretty cool. I think you can sell their work. There we go. All right, so how does that go on there? You put yours on already, huh? There it is.
On his little wrist launcher. He's got his suitcase full of who knows what.
Oh, there it is. I'm trying to key it in here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. And I can appreciate them actually constructing a separate piece to give that as much movement as it could have without breaking it off. So you know it can be pulled off. That's a lot of motion.
So he's got a good. He's moving.
Oh, whose head's down there? Okay.
It's a Cobra Battle Android Trooper.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's trying to get away. Like there's a little story here. He's got his little briefcase. It's like the movement with the water on his foot, like he's running.
Yeah, I really like that. I like the puddles. They do a good job with that. Looking at the interaction of one item against another. So I love that. There's the little water running out of the pipe from the back of the sewage thing is also creating its own puddle. All of the water is moving forward correctly, except for when he hits the points, and then it creates its own puddle wave. So that's really cool.
He's got the bullet impact splash here across the front.
Yeah, bang, bang, bang. Let me see. Okay, well, his face is set, so there's nothing he can do about that. Like his face is always going to be that. So, in terms of like what his face might be in the moment,
right?
Shooting a rocket and running at the same time, probably wouldn't have a open mouth, but he can't open his mouth, so that's not an issue.
Fabric again. Let's see.
Yeah. So right up against the handgun is when you see it most prevalent. You can see because the squish of the handgun holster around the leg pushes up fabric at the top of the straps.
Yeah.
So that's really, really cool. Super great attention to detail. I love that. And then, of course, we get that foot splash again, same as we had with the Snake Eyes point. And it's out in every direction, which is cool. Whereas I think the snow was only one direction backwards when he was pushing. So that's pretty cool to understand the water flow dynamics. Who's talking about water flow dynamics? These are toys. Stop it.
They got the leather here on the shoulders, and then the fabric on the change in material. And the inside of his collar looks like leather.
Yeah, it really does. They got that paint job right too. It looks like leather.
The paint job on all of these has been fantastic.
Yeah, they really have been. There's a slight gloss level to the ruby around his neck, which is
Yeah.
really great attention. I see the same sort of metallic kind of flux around the chain around his neck
Hmm.
when you hit that right light. So that's really
Little
cool.
some nice wear and tear on the gauntlets around his knuckles, around his, there's like
Yeah, they look definitely like he's been hitting.
the back, like the back muscles look great.
So here's a pet peeve of mine. I say this about a lot of shit, and maybe talk to me about it from the artistry level, man, because we give a lot of license to that muscle tone because this is what we want to be. But let's talk reality land. There's a man in a leather suit. Does
Mhm.
his musculature show through that leather suit like that?
No.
It's not even
No.
implausible. It's impossible.
No, it wouldn't, and it would definitely, the spine would not be that deep. Like right here,
Right, right. So
it would smooth out. I mean, again, this is like the level of it's like Greek mythology, right?
right,
Like they're
precisely.
this is the ideal form, and this is the ideal, all that. So
Yeah, I mean,
definitely,
I get it, I allow for a certain amount of it, right? But to say every character is a Greek god, that for one plays into a whole another,
sure,
back,
yeah. I'm just saying that
right? So
that's kind of so I'll say this: the back does look like, even though it's got some folds in it, what does it towards the bottom?
yeah,
It starts to look like it's spray painted on
yeah,
the
that's what
muscles.
I mean.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. So that's what so like if this is an outfit, like the original Batman, Michael Keaton, right?
yeah.
1990 Batman. Okay, he had the musculature, but you knew that that was some kind of armored
So
plate
a
type.
good example, right, would be Christopher Reeve Superman. He got
Right?
jacked for that movie. If you see
He
pictures of
did.
him with his shirt off weightlifting, and then he puts the thing on, he does not look jacked because it smooths everything. I mean, he looks
Exactly.
fit, but it's all smooths the features because it doesn't, it just
Well, see, and there, so therein lies my exact point. Is in the artistry we give license to these things because they're supposed to be these. Okay, good mythology, Greek gods, great, wonderful. But the reality of it is there is no outfit that is going to
right.
cling
That is
to every
correct.
muscle like that ever.
That
So
is
when you
correct.
do it through leather or you do it through like something bulky, I just kind of look and I frown because you can show the bulk and musculature sometimes without showing every damn
Yeah.
muscle. You see what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
because
No.
you're
No. I
not going
see.
to really see it. He's got a cowl. He's got a damn cape thing on. What is it attached to? His direct skin? I think not, sir. So but that's a pet peeve of mine. Let that thing die down for a second. I'd like to hear the artist's point of view because that's why you're here. Um, I don't remember seeing too much on the Destro side of things. Actually, I pulled everything you've ever made. I've
I haven't
downloaded it.
drawn
So
Destro a whole lot. Just here and
I think
there.
you have one in your multiple hits that you
Yeah, I
did.
do. Yeah. Yeah.
He's in there, so I'll toss him on screen for
So
the.
this is showing off anatomy skills.
It is.
And excellent job. I think that if you were going for, just because everything like leather looks so good, there's such a realistic texture change between the different material. There's folds, and then when you get to the back, the musculature looks great, but I don't think it would look that much worse if it was smoothed out, like it was maybe pulling like material. But again, as an artist, that doesn't bother me so much because it's like, although that spine is really deep.
Yeah, it's a little. Well, I mean, I can see he's pressing his arm back,
Yeah,
and
he's
I think
doing the
the model that they used clearly that's what the muscle would be doing.
yeah,
But what's not reality is that he's not naked. So
yeah.
that's why I draw in like small things like that. If when you put this amount of detail into it, I go,
So
this is it.
if you're the kind of person that just like can look at it and go, wow, that's just, the
Yeah.
muscles, blah, 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 and you'll move on, it won't bother you. If you're the kind of person that goes, wait a minute,
I don't
that
think
wouldn't
those
do that.
people collect statues, dude. I don't think they collect statues. Those people, they collect action figures they can mess with, and
Okay, I got that. Fair enough. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And
That's my personal. I know when the action figure stuff, like I have them all over the walls back here. I never opened them up, So that's when I knew I needed to stop getting action figures and start getting
Right. Yeah.
statues. What we're doing right now is monumental, I think. I think they should love the Brian Shearer. They should love the Brian Shearer up because, you know, the angle that I wanted to go for, that I go for with most of my review stuff, or at least attempt to, is move the toy in line with the comic book. I
Right.
feel like the comic is lost a lot of times for the toy and the cosplay artist and the movie and the shit that comes
Right.
afterward. And the people who get forgotten are the guys who draw the comics. And the guys who draw the comics are the reason for the cosplay and the movies and everything else. So I give a lot of reverence to that because I still want to be one day when I grow up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, plenty of
So
time.
yeah, plenty of time. So, you know, I'm running other businesses, and while I'm doing that, I'm like, boy, I sure would like to play with toys all day for the rest of my life. I wonder if anyone will pay for that. So this is my effort to turn an old man's dream true.
Right.
Okay. You know, I get to, and not only that, I honestly do, and I do mean this truly. I really appreciate your time. I know you're a
Oh
busy
yeah. I was
dude.
happy to do it.
I think that what we did here today is a massive start in a what's going to be like a whole series of people that we have lined up that are of your caliber, and we're like, oh shit, this is actually working. People are going to do it. So who knew
Cool.
you guys would actually give me the time?
Oh yeah.
So all I figure is we just send you toys, and
Hey.
everyone's happy, right?
Yeah. No kidding. These are great too. I mean,
Yeah.
especially the snake eyes, man.
So there's a couple of projects I kept going back to on your website. And you said in one of your last videos that you were on the last couple of pages before you released your next book.
Oh yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. That was
William?
Gunship Thunder Punch Book 2,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is was crowdfunded on Indiegogo. I got a little behind on it, but I'm wrapping it up now. Um, and it is my kind of love letter to the transforming robot 80s thing. So it's a story about a woman whose son is kidnapped by aliens, and her only hope of saving him is an outdated transforming gunship that and the former commander of that gunship who was a convict. So they break him out of jail and go off on this adventure, and she didn't know the ship was actually alive, and have adventures on the way to save her son. So it gives me a chance to draw some my own robot, and since I grew up with all those transforming things. So
So
yeah,
are you making transformer noises when you're drawing?
sometimes I think when it's someone in my head.
You
I've
don't
done
do
a
it
few
out loud.
animation. I've actually done some animation of it, and I'm like, well, I can't. It would be so cool if he made that noise, but he can't.
You can't. I want him to make that noise so bad, but I'll probably be sued. Someone's gonna come after me
Yeah.
immediately. Maybe if you
Yep.
do it with your mouth. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's
No.
ways around it. I don't think a robot could ever transform ever in the history of mankind from the 80s until all the future without making that noise. If there's an inventor that doesn't include that
Right.
noise,
Whenever the AI, and I'm sure
whenever
the
the
AI will
AI,
scour this video. When you come to destroy us, at least make that sound.
that's right. Thank you. This has been an official request. And so there's that coming out, and when you're done with that, that's actually going to release when? So you'll be
It
done.
is being shipped to backers this summer, and then it's a trilogy. This is book 2. I'm going to finish my lesson I learned, finish the book before it goes up. So book 3 will come out towards the end of this year. This is my goal, and then I've got a few other little projects here and there I'm trying to finish up and fill ins, and I've got another book, William the Last, that's kind of I put it on the web, and Antarctic Press actually started publishing it. It's been on hiatus for a little while, but you can see that at williamthelast.com. It's more of a all ages fantasy. Boy finds himself in this kingdom where his name is William, and his name's been forbidden from being spoken. So just a fun little, kind of return of the king type story.
So you got both of those coming up. Any last words for aspiring artists? You have a billion things on the YouTube channel. Those who've not been to Brian Shearer's YouTube channel, you should visit it. There is a whole lot of content on there. Is there any words for the aspiring artists for Mr. Brian Shearer?
Just keep practicing. Find videos on whether it's mine or anybody else's that can teach you. You know, you can learn just about everything on YouTube now.
Yes, you can.
So just keep practicing and, you know, ask questions. And I'm usually, you know, I'll if people send me questions, I'll usually answer them, especially during live stream if they have art questions. So enjoy it.
This has been awesome, man. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thanks
much.
for
I really
inviting me.
appreciate the time.
Absolutely. Love it. Enjoyed it.